Welcome to the training video on customer payments. Receiving a payment from a customer in Custom Vantage Office is really quite simple. The best way to do it is either to click on Sales and then New Receive Payment, or to open up the actual customer and then from the customer, under the Initiate button, receive payment from customer. In either case, it's going to take you to the same place, and that is the New Receive Payments screen. Now all I need to do is determine what the payment type is. So for example, if they sent a check, I put in the dollar amount of the check number, and then I can simply go through and apply the payment to each of the invoices. So I can do that. For example, this invoice is $34.25. If I click here, it applies $34.25. Now, another way that I can do it is I can actually click on the ellipsis next to the dollar amount, and it will then automatically apply from the top down whatever the payment amount is. So if the remittance shows what invoices they're paying, you should individually apply it to those invoices. If, on the other hand, it is an amount on account, then you would apply it to the oldest first. Now, here we have an item that is a negative dollar amount, so a credit memo or an invoice with a dollar amount that is negative. So one of the things that I can do when I have that kind of situation is, remember up here we've applied a check in the amount of $10,300.25. So we have $10,325 to apply. When I click on this negative dollar amount, it increases the amount that I have able to apply. So now I can go down the line and apply. If I were to choose this method, which will take the amount and apply it downward, yes, I do want to automatically apply any deposits of credits, which would be a customer prepayment or a customer credit. So this is now going down the line and applying that dollar amount. Now that it has all been applied, we simply click on the Post button. Now that's a very important function. Post actually finalizes this transaction. If you do not click on the Post button, these payments are never finalized, so the account's balance due would not be updated. So once it's posted, that completes the process. Now, let's do a new one for the same customer. This time, instead of using a check, we're going to apply a credit card. Now, if you are using Custom Vantage Office special WorldPray hosted checkout integration, credit card processing is built right into CVO. So I simply click on the payment method dropdown and choose whichever card it is, or generically credit card, Visa, etc. If I have already processed a credit card from this customer in the past, so let's just say we're going to process another $50 payment, then the token of their credit card is stored here. When I apply the token by choosing that account number and then simply process credit card. So I'm going to apply $50. Yes, I'm going to automatically apply, so it's going to apply it to the very first invoice. And then I will click on the Process Credit Card, confirms that I actually want to process a credit card. I click Yes, and the transaction is processed. If I am going to process a card that I do not already have on file, let's do another new payment. Receive a payment for $760 on a Visa. When I click on Process Payment, I answer yes, I want to actually process the transaction. Oop, my mistake, I forgot to actually apply the payment to that. Now we can process. And it pops up the hosted checkout screen. Now I can either swipe the card or I can manually enter it and put in the expiration date and put in the CVV number and process the card. And in this case, unable to process because I put in a dummy card. But if you had put in a real card, it would have processed the credit card. So receiving customer payments is quite simple, especially if you have the built-in credit card processing. Thank you for using Custom Vantage Office.